Pink is on, bro. You think I give it? We listened to her sing like 11 times earlier, dude. Like literally the entire morning was this. This was my entire goddamn morning, bro. I was right there. They're gonna show literally my studio in a second. Okay, like, do you see that band? I was right on top of them. Okay, this guy here, what happened to you at the DNC? We got kicked out. Did Oz actually get kicked out? No, I didn't get kicked out of the. I didn't get kicked out of the. I didn't get kicked out of the convention. I just got kicked out of the studio space that they had given me. And they did it in like a very weird way too. They did it literally during an interview that I was conducting with the New York Times about creators for Kamala, which makes it like extra crazy because it literally like that is a story in and of itself. I don't know if the guy will actually write about it or not, but like ultimately it was like a very weird thing to do overall because like they had told me originally that NBC said earlier because of the super secret special guest DNC is secured areas that nobody's allowed into. Yeah, it's Beyonce, bro, and it's probably Taylor Swift, maybe, I don't know, but like the thing that's like crazy about it is that you know, they told me that I was fine, like they told me that I was fine, like that I had this space that they had allotted for me, that it was going to start late, but then it turns out it was not fine. Unceremoniously, out of nowhere, it's George Bush. He's been working on his singing. The Democratic Party has two kinds of people in it. Those who think there should be a Palestinian speaker and those who think they should give the time to Taylor Swift. I mean, it's like, that is true. Some super donor probably had you kicked out, so they had a box for their kid to watch Taylor Swift. I don't know how the box situation works. They guaranteed you the space for the whole day and then kicked you out in a way that completely f***ed your schedule. Yeah. But like also the other side of the story is that like honestly the other side of the story ultimately is that like I was never supposed to be at the DNC. You know what I mean? So I'll take it. I'll take all the moments that they gave me and all of the I will take like every aspect that I'll take all of the access that I got. No way if it was someone big they would have done it earlier. No. News already reported on creators being kicked out of their spot. Okay, that's so cute, chat. That's funny. You guys are funny. You did great the whole time. All the booths were empty because Jamie Harrison is a piece of shit and planned awful. The arena got overfilled and shut down by the fire marshal to the point reporters can't get in. So they panicked and kicked out booths/influencers for space. It's why the PAL delegates can't get in too. I've never experienced this as a journalist in my life. The DNC has told security at the United Center that journalists cannot be guaranteed re-entrance into the arena if they get to use the restrooms. Yeah, so that does make sense. That does make sense. That's literally the reason why I left, because Ilhan Omar could not exit the arena. So that made it so that I was like, oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to talk to them. Do you understand? Like that it is like, I'm sure that is part of the reason why I got cooked. I'm sure that is part of the reason why I got cooked. Okay, definitely. It's still whack. Because, you know, I got like was DNC too successful? I don't think so, but that's why I left. The reason why I left is because I knew that it was chaotic and I didn't want to be there for that chaos, and that I knew that I was not going to be able to get to see or talk to anyone. Is this like a post-Trump shooting security thing? No. Chairman Fain was on TYT after you left? No, I know. Michael Schur got the interview before I ever talked to him. But he's also like waiting at the entrance of the pen. Like I was gonna have a specific space. Journalists are actually being turned away now. Show press area way over capacity. Just saw Ta-Nehisi Coates get turned away. Yo, it's like it's real casual like that. Everyone who's like pro-Palestine just accidentally happens to be getting clapped at the DNC. I'm not even kidding. I know it's like it's not deliberate. It's not by design. I know that they're not doing it on purpose. But it is funny that like anyone who has criticized the DNC on the Palestine front is just like, hey, by the way, sorry, you just can't be in this location. How is that? I don't even think it's on purpose. I think it actually is like overbooked. This Kellyanne Conway got let through a staff door. Well, I guess we don't have that kind of riz, dude. We are not as valuable to the Democratic Party as Kellyanne Conway. Jesus Christ. This is going to, I'm going to tell you something. Right now. This is going to piss off the media so goddamn much. If you think like the New York Times fact check stuff was crazy the other day when they were like, Donald Trump's size is actually a thick 8. Like, fact check. Donald Trump's size. What is this? Packed to the rafters. Why'd you send this to me? Anyway, my point is, they're gonna be so much more aggressive in terms of how they're operating. Dude, I'm Lisan Al Gaib, baby. Call me Lisan Al Gaib the way I have the foresight, the way I have the vision.
It's an interesting
Bro, tell me how this wasn't the best move of all time. Okay? We were gonna be sitting around, thumb up our like waiting for an interview that was never gonna be able to happen. Okay? We were literally gonna be in there. Instead, I'm in my sweet ass hotel room. I get to go to sleep early. I get to react. And I will say this, I wasn't like moderating my position when I was in there. I wasn't like saying anything that I normally wouldn't say. But I will say this, okay? Is bro coping? No, I cannot pay attention. In that room, it was like virtually impossible. It was virtually impossible to pay attention. I think my commentary wasn't as good. You were yourself the whole way and got free interviews out of it. Yeah. I never compromised on my values. I never compromised on my views. But honestly, that shit was not easy. Like it was like I mean, obviously I was down to even around to a degree where like I straight up played the Kamala Harris wants to your children in the song in front of the DNC handlers that I had. They were like standing in the corner. I mean, they weren't handlers, but they were very nice. To be fair, I do think it's true, but it does kind of display how out of touch the DNC are with your world and influence. Would they have done that with any mainstream media, possibly with far less reach? No, they would not. But remember, the mainstream media pays for those slots. Like they have to pay for it. So it's a little, I mean, it like that's what the New York Times guy was saying. I would never pay for that. And I think they were kicking everyone out of those booths. You weren't at a permanent press spot. Yeah, I'm sure they just like cleared everybody out. It just sucks. Especially because there was literally another space that I could go to, but they were just like, no, you can't go there. New York Times guy was trying to tell you that this event wasn't as big until Joe got out and all the VIPs are rolling in. No, he was talking about something different. He was talking about the influencers that they worked with. They were saying that they were having a hard time getting influencers to work with. And I think that's the reason why they got like the crop of influencers, maybe. I don't know. Seemed like that's what he was trying to say. Look, it worked out. Why did they take your credentials? They didn't. I have them still here. They didn't take my DNC credentials. They took my credentials to that floor specifically. Right after I said, oh, well, they didn't take our credentials away.